Live from the Moody Campus Radio Studios in Chicago, Illinois, this is The Letter M. The Letter M. The Letter M. The Letter M. The Letter M with Van Ferro and Andrew Shroyer. If you're just coming to join us tonight, welcome to Breakup Night. This is our famous Breakup Night. A lot of people actually listen to Breakup Night for some reason. Yeah, like when we do like a night on like theology or something, nobody listens. But like,
it's because we go to a theology school.
What? We're from Moody. You know, we have good theology.
We're living in theology 7 days a week.
Yeah. So now let's talk about
Okay.
But when we do like Breakup Night, oh my gosh. Yeah.
I was gonna say something to that, man. I forget.
Yeah. Well,
no.
Yes.
I would figure Savannah is your favorite song because
No,
you play that every single week.
I don't like Savannah.
Okay.
The song.
Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So, tonight we have our first call in actually for the letter M.
Yeah. Ever.
Yeah. Ever. Yeah.
Yay.
So here is Batman.
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 Yeah. The Batman. The one
Yes.
and only Batman.
Batman.
He has a story.
No,
Batman.
Dude, I'm
So
excited about it.
Batman, welcome to the letter
Adam
M.
West. Yeah.
Yes.
Welcome on. You are on.
You are live. Batman.
Hey, how's it going?
It's the Dark Knight, Batman. It's after the first two. It's the Dark Knight is first. Okay.
Batman, are you single and ready to mingle right now?
I'm single, but I'm not sure if I'm ready to mingle.
Because Batman, we have a single lady here who needs a ring. You know, you put a ring on all the single ladies.
Her name is Rima. Batman. Would you like to put a ring on Rima?
What?
Who wouldn't?
You know,
I mean,
I can afford many rings. Not saying I'm Bruce Wayne, though. That's not what I'm saying.
All right, Batman. So, what's your breakup story? Tell us your breakup
Batman,
story.
what's your breakup
We'd love to
story?
give you some advice.
Okay, so it started way back when I was just a little Playboy Billy, super handsome kid in the suburbs.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Keep going.
Keep going, Batman.
I had this girl. Her name was Rachel. And we hung out since kindergarten.
Okay.
And I always thought she liked me and stuff. But then whenever I went to ask her out, she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but you dress up as a bat and you're kind of weird."
Yeah. That would be hard for a girl to deal with.
A big slap in the face.
Yeah. A slap in the bat face.
In the bat face.
Okay.
With a bat hand.
But it was she slapped you with a human hand in your bat. Okay, it's all semantics. Continue with your story.
Continue with your story.
Okay. So then she was like, "Well, I like rich people. And you're not rich. You're not rich. But she decided to date this guy. This jerk named Harvey Dent.
The Harvey Dent?
Harvey Dent. Okay.
The Harvey Dent.
The good Harvey Dent that passed away. He's totally
This is
good.
starting to sound like a Mexican
Yeah.
soap opera.
It is. He's secretly behind the whole thing. Okay, so Batman, what happened between you and Rachel?
Well, we got really close. But she was like, "If you want to date me, you got to take off the mask." And I was like, "Really?"
That's really forward to
so
start the
ratchet.
relationship.
Yeah,
I feel like you should keep the mask on until marriage. You know?
I have to hang out with my guy friends.
Okay, so you were hanging out with your guy friend.
And I asked to spend money. And I asked to wear the mask.
Okay.
It's not that hard.
It's not that hard. It's a nice mask. I mean, I've seen it.
It is a nice mask.
Okay.
Thank you. Someone else who appreciates it.
I appreciate the mask. So tell me, so what happened between you and Rachel? Go on, Batman.
Well, she was dating this guy, so I threw him a fundraiser.
Yeah.
Show he wasn't as rich as he could be.
That's not the best way
rich.
to maybe break her up with her boyfriend, but it's what? It's how you do
Telling me
it.
now, bro.
Okay,
too
cool.
late.
Sorry, keep going. I didn't mean to break your heart. Sorry about that.
Okay, but I was throwing it, and then this jerk comes up in a clown costume.
In a clown costume?
Oh, I'm sorry, but I gotta interrupt everything you've been planning for since kindergarten.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. So
Have you been
Never
planning this
existed.
fundraiser since kindergarten?
I don't have a big social life.
That's good.
That's. I mean, okay, so Batman, so this clown showed up.
So he got all up in my girl's grill.
And her grip.
You wanna
What's
know
a
how-
grill? Hold on.
Whoa.
What's a grill?
We might need to censor.
A you know, like you cook burgers on it.
Yeah. Come on now. She had a grill. Get off it.
So he got into the girl's grill, and then
And then he started threatening her.
Yeah.
So I put on my bat costume.
Right.
And I was all like, no way, Jose. Bat punch to the face.
Right. Okay.
All in all, he throws her off his building.
Wow, that
And I
seems
got
very
flipping.
extreme.
I know, he's like crazy. But I had to dive down and catch her, and she still wouldn't take me.
Wow. That's. You might want to move on, Batman.
Yeah.
I'm just.
Well,
But is that the end of the story?
Well, then it's all like, oh, well, then she gets kidnapped. So
Okay.
then I have to go save her.
She gets
and long
kidnapped?
story short, she can't date me anymore.
Why? Okay, well, Batman, you know, you've done all these stuff for her. I mean, you've loved her as best you can. Why can't she date you?
I don't know. Sorry, I get kind of emotional at this part.
that's fine,
okay.
Batman. We are here to
Yeah.
to comfort you and share to you the comfort of God.
Who would have thought tonight we were comforting Batman? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I
pretty
know.
It's an
sweet.
honor.
I have ice cream.
Yeah, Rima.
That would be
Okay,
awesome.
Okay. So what's this part that you're very emotional about, Batman? I mean, it really does help to
Okay.
talk it through.
Well, you know that clown guy?
Yeah, that clown guy. He's a jerk.
Yeah. Well, he wasn't flipping done yet.
Oh.
I guess he has more. Okay.
He kidnapped her and her boyfriend, which, you know, I was fine with him kidnapping the boyfriend.
Yeah, of course.
We actually probably could have gotten together, and that could have been the solution all along.
Yeah, that's really terrible, Batman. But keep going.
Oh my gosh.
But then he's like, oh, she's over here. I'm like, oh, thanks. So I go to save her, and I walk in, and whoop-de-doo, there's Harvey Dent.
Oh wow.
there's Harvey Dent. Oh, my gosh.
That's a plot twist.
Yeah, exactly. And for some stupid reason, instead of trying to move out the door, he just flipping dived into some gasoline.
Yeah.
I mean, who does that?
Who does that, man? So what about Rachel? What happened to her?
Okay, well, Commissioner Gordon, my best buddy in the whole wide world, was like, oh yeah, I'll go get her, don't worry. So he drives, but you know, speed limits. He had to go to speed limits. And there was traffic, so he got there right as the building blew up.
Wait, Rachel
the
blew
building
up.
blew up?
The building blew up.
Batman, I'm so sorry for your breakup loss.
It's
Does
not
it-
just breakup,
Ended up
it's
thinking
death.
Harvey
Yeah,
Dent.
does it count as a breakup if she's dead?
It's death.
I think.
Wow.
It's the ultimate
You know, I
breakup.
think there might be a loophole, because I guess we were never really dating.
That would make sense. You guys weren't in Syria by chance, were you?
Yeah. Oh.
Hey, don't hate my people on my country.
I'm so sorry, Batman. Well,
I mean, like we had kissed on the rooftop of Bruce Wayne. I mean,
Okay.
at the Bat Tower.
Batman, your story is very moving. However, I don't know exactly how we can advise you to get with this girl, because if we did, we might be promoting things that are not good for Bible college students to promote.
Yeah. I mean, like,
I mean, it's just how it is.
yeah. Well, Batman.
I was really just hoping you'd send some ice cream.
But
Well,
we will send some ice for you, Batman.
you could come here and get the ice cream.
Yes, you can come
No.
up here to Sweeting Fort and get the ice
No,
cream.
it's all for
I'll be
me.
there in
No,
5
no,
minutes.
no.
Oh,
I will
you'll
share
be
some
here in
ice-
5 minutes?
Coming.
Oh, Batman is coming, I guess.
Ooh.
Yes. Okay. So
Batman, I will share my ice cream.
I
with
don't
you.
know if you'll make it past Sweeting Desk. They're pretty particular about not having your ID, and wearing a big bat suit, that might not work for you.
But I have my Bat ID.
Oh,
Then you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
You'll be
You're-
fine.
you're
Just
Bat-
tell him you're the letter M's guest, and if you have your bat ID, you'll get through.
you'll get through. Well, Batman,
Batman, thank you very much for sharing your story
Yes,
with us.
thank
yes,
you.
thank you for sharing your. I feel really sad because like Rachel is already dead, and I mean, how do you move on from that when somebody dies? You know, she bombs off a building or something. Like, with you guys, how can you advise like a guy to move on after like his
girlfriend dies?
Girlfriend dies in a bomb thing. Yeah,
In a bomb accident?
in a bomb
I'm
accident.
going to let Rima take this one.
Well, the thing is, death is really hard to recover from.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, Rima.
I'm kind of speechless in terms of how to give advice for this.
I know it's
because
kind of sad. It's super sad.
If it
That
was
story
me,
is-
I probably very literally would be in a corner crying and eating my weight in ice cream.
Ooh,
I
wow.
kind of like the idea of eating an ice cream, but I like ice cream.
Yes, absolutely. I really wasn't expecting a call where our first breakup topic for us counselors would be someone blew up in a gasoline fire.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah,
it took me by surprise.
Yeah, that's we've never had a story like that for breakup night.
On a side note, I think one of the most important parts for something like that, or any breakup really, is to just surround yourself by friends and family
Yes.
that love
Yes.
you
Mhm.
and can remind you that
Yeah,
it's not the end of your world
Yeah.
and there is a future coming.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because when you're getting over a breakup, like you're going to need all the support that you can get, honestly. So if you have friends, family, sometimes. And these may be like friends and family that you've abandoned because of this relationship. I mean, let's be
Or
honest.
that you broke up with.
Or that you broke up with. Because, I mean, let's be honest. There are some people who, like, just center themselves on their boyfriend or girlfriend in a relationship. And, they're just, like, so focused on this relationship, they forget all the other relationships that they have. So when you break up with this person, like, who do you turn to? Not Ghostbusters, but your family and your friends. So, yeah.
Yeah, you don't.
What about you guys? What can you tell Batman in this time of sorrow and grief?
She said surround yourself with friends. I would say surround yourself with ice cream. As we've kind of
Yes.
reiterated
I'm with him on this one.
throughout the past. Ice cream really is a great breakup.
Especially
food.
raspberry sherbet.
Raspberry sherbet.
I'm more of a for that incident, cookies and cookie dough.
Cookie
No,
dough?
Good
that's
one.
nasty.
Oh my gosh, cookie dough ice cream is amazing.
It's amazing.
Ugh.
I've definitely had
Depends on
Buddy
what
the Elf.
kind.
When my first girlfriend broke up with me in high school, I had one of those Buddy the Elf moments where I really, really wanted. All I wanted to do was eat that whole roll of Toe House cookie dough.
Buddy the Elf.
Buddy the Elf. I have them. I bet you have them too, Van. Don't lie.
Oh, well, it's not usually ice cream; it's caviar. But
I've actually done that before when I was too stressed out with homework. I bought a bucket of ice cream and I was eating straight out of the bucket.
That's fantastic.
It felt great.
yeah, no.
That's awesome.
Actually, this is
for you.
this is a scientific fact, and I mean, Batman. I don't know if you're like a religiously like buff guy or something, but sugar actually gives you.
I like
Yeah.
to consider myself a religiously buff guy. Just putting it out there.
Yeah, well, sorry.
Me too.
And you guys are both not available right now. So,
I'm
Wait,
more
Andrew's
than-
not available?
I'm more than available.
Oh no, Andrew's more than available.
He's
Yeah.
thinking
Oh.
he already has
That's
a
like-
ring on his finger.
Oh shoot.
Oh yeah, but I'm taken by Jason. Yeah,
He's got a Jason. It kind of freaks me out a
got
little
my
bit sometimes.
Yeah.
You've got a serial killer on your ring. It's
Slightly
terrifying.
disturbing.
It's terrifying.
There's a reason why you're probably single.
Oh, that was not nice.
Girls don't like to compete with Jason. It's just
Jason's
That's
like a
because
zombie.
they normally die whenever they try to compete with Jason.
yeah,
so.
exactly.
Yeah, how do you compete with a guy with a machete? It's like that's
Especially when
just
you're,
crazy.
like-
Get a bigger machete.
Get a bigger machete.
That's advice for you guys. If your girl's boyfriend or boy toy has a machete, just get a bigger machete. Yeah, boy toy. Rima doesn't like that word, but I think it's great. It really does hone in on what relationships are all about, right?
Yes, amen.
Thank you for having me on the letter.
So yeah, so we would-
Probably not returning.
No, he's returning next week.
I'm coming
actually.
back.
So Batman, thank you very much for calling us tonight.
Thank you, Batman.
We hope that you're going to get your ice cream. I think we have ice cream up here, so he might be here
There's
in like
none in the
5
freezer
minutes.
other than mine.
Oh, our stupendous, amazing
Program director?
agrees with me.
Okay, yes, Adelina Gilia, right? She likes cookie dough ice cream.
Adelina likes cookie dough.
Yeah, so if you want to
Good-
break
good
up with
taste,
Adelina,
good
yeah,
taste.
Adelina will eat cookie dough ice cream. So
Hopefully, she has just as good taste in men than she does ice cream.
So you,
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yes, that's probably
Adelina,
the best
if
stage.
you're listening, I really do have a great suggestion. You should go out with Andrew. You guys are both single, apparently ready to mingle. And, yeah, that's a shout-out to you, Adelina. You should go after this man. He is very... I'm looking at his biceps right now, and, man, they're doing it.
Adelina, I'm not going to say anything. Just Tim is my mentor, so
I
you
am?
know,
Wow,
you should.
am I really?
Oh dear.
That's your best
Oh,
life
dear.
decision so far. All right.
I'll refrain
Oh
from
my
saying
gosh.
anything mean right now.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. I
Hey,
couldn't.
I have my sweet moments.
I couldn't take it.
I didn't want to make you cry.
Oh, guys, Rima's very single too, and you should totally go after her. Girls that say
Yeah.
that they're not ready
No,
for a
no, no,
boyfriend,
no,
they're
no.
so ready.
No, thank you. I'll pass. I'd have to
Yeah.
schedule you in. Right now, I just don't have any openings for another 2 years.
Because that's the number one thing guys who are seeing a girl want to say. I'll have to schedule you in to my schedule. That's a good, it's a good way to fend off dudes.
Exactly.
Well,
I'm a pro at it.
what if this guy is like, this guy is like, oh my gosh, I found the guy who I'm going to, to center my schedule with. Like, what are you gonna do?
Wait, what?
No, like, what if you found the guy? Because you always want to tell a guy that, let me see if I could fit you into my schedule. What if you find this guy that you're willing to center your schedule around? What are you gonna do?
I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon.
Whoa! She has high standards.
I have very high standards. Very high standards.
Wow. Well, before this goes somewhere else, okay. So, if you would like to call in, yes, Andrew. How are they going to call in to the letter M?
You can't. I'm sorry. They're
Wow.
down. No, I'm just kidding.
Batman just called us.
We have a limit of one superhero.
One
One superhero per episode.
We have one fictitious person available per episode. So
What about Bruce Wayne? I want to talk to Bruce Wayne.
Ooh.
I think Bruce Wayne just is Moose Moose forever. I think you should reconsider.
Oh my gosh. I do have a story for when you guys are
Back.
back. Are we going to break soon?
Soon. But I
soon.
do want to
Yes,
say how
yeah.
you call in.
Oh,
It's 312-329-4477. Again, 312-329-4477. And, I mean, if for anything else, you get to hear my voice. So, I mean, you should just call in for that.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
He's no Bruce Wayne, or Batman, but he still has a pretty nice voice.
If you request for him to do the Batman voice,
I'll
I'm
take
sure
what
he
I
will.
can get here.
Sweet.
Yes. So, also, if you would like to join us on our Facebook page, you can go to our Facebook
Yeah.
page at the letter
Our
M.
Facebook
MCR.
page has been blowing up tonight.
Yeah, it's blowing
by-
up tonight. I don't know why. It's like,
Is it really?
Dear
Somebody's-
Moose, who are you?
Somebody.
Yeah, actually, we would like to read this. So there is a message on our page, and we just basically reposted this. This is actually addressed to Rima, and he writes. Okay, and he writes. Wait, where did it go?
It says,
Hold on.
Dear letter M, I
Yeah,
think
okay.
I want to date Rima. Do you think I could change her mind? Sincerely, Moose Moose Forever.
Yes, and what does Rima answer to Moose Moose Forever?
Well, Moose Moose Forever, first of all, I don't date someone whose name is Moose Moose Forever.
Oh, that's
You really are limited. You really are limited. Someone cool enough to call themselves Moose Moose, and you're going to pass on that? All right.
I just don't like the number 4. Now, if I don't like the number 4. And yeah, I don't like people asking
Okay.
me out via social media.
Sometimes good things come in weird packages.
Social media? Facebook?
Yeah,
I need to see his face.
you need to see his face.
I need to make sure he's not like some 80-year-old creeper.
Well, I mean,
Or ugly.
oh my god.
I don't care about looks.
Oh, pish posh. Everybody
Please,
cares about looks.
personality.
But a little bit of looks.
Personality.
That's like last on my list.
You need a better list.
Do you
Hey,
see
man,
how many
Tim.
judge people based on their looks?
Yes, quite often.
You know what? Unfortunately, that's what happens in at Moody. I mean, let's face it. It happens.
Yeah,
in-
because they sure don't have any money or a job.
Yeah, it's like it's like, oh my gosh, that
I mean-
girl is like so cute at Joe's. I want to like go up to her and date her, but I don't know how to get to it. So I'm
There's
just gonna
no
stalk her
dating,
on
there's
Facebook.
just marriage.
Yeah.
Hey,
So-
that's okay. you
Oh
know.
my gosh. Yeah. But like
I've had many a times doing that.
no, and like This is actually a question that I would like to ask everyone tonight. So, I mean, of course, there are different reasons for breakups. And, those reasons usually are kind of apparent with the way that we approach relationships. So do you think that, like, the way that we approach relationships eventually contribute to an eventual breakup? And why or why not? So just like something to mull on, pretty much.
Do you want us to answer that now or after?
No, you can like think about it right now. Like,
we're gonna meditate.
Yeah, so
We're
we're
gonna meditate on it and pray about it. We do weird stuff here in the radio station.
Yeah.
You do weird stuff. Normal.
That's a great point.
Yeah. So do you think there are things that we do when we approach relationships that can contribute to an eventual breakup?
Yes.
Like, I think basing a relationship solely on physical attraction, I think that can lead to an eventual breakup. Because, like, eventually you're going to get used to that person's face. And there's going to be more than just a pretty face that's going to be there. You're actually going to be seeing that person's personality.
Eventually they're getting old.
Yes, and sometimes, even if people have, like, awesome faces, they don't have awesome personalities. I mean, Christian or non-Christian, let's face it. So, when people break up, it's not about the initial thing that attracted them to that person. It's actually the thing that, that turns him off. So, they just got attracted to, or they just basically centered the relationship on something that it's not supposed to be the center of the relationship. So I think being in a relationship solely because of physical attraction, I think that's a factor for an eventual breakup.
Mm-hmm.
Unless that person, just
Why are
like,
you laughing?
oh my god.
Why are
I'm
you laughing?
just kidding.
I have way too many stories. I have good examples.
Of that? Yeah. Okay. Well, since, okay,
right. Have one.
Tim Holt. Yes,
Are we right now?
Yes, you can tell your story right now.
One of them. Just share
one of the many.
Just one of them. All right, so the dudes in the state.
No,
Okay,
Once Upon a Time. You have to start with Once Upon a Time.
Oh shoot!
Oh, that's a great show too, by the way.
we're sponsored by them. All right, so once upon a time, there's this girl. I'll call her Jessica. All right. So Rima, you're gonna have to listen to me here and tell me if this is like normal for girls to do. So I saw her in youth group one time. All I thought was this girl's gorgeous, right? I saw her. I'd never seen her before. Turns out she was like Jewish, but she was visiting the youth group, which. I mean, you're hearing about Jesus, right?
Jewish background believer?
No, like she's like legit Jewish.
Oh,
like
okay.
It was pretty sweet. So anyway, so I saw her, and I just kind of decided I was like, I'm just gonna go up and talk to this girl, right? Mm-hmm. And so I go up and I talk to her. I'm just like, hey, how's it going? I noticed this the first time, and she straight up told me, like out the gate, she's like, I think you're cute. And so, yeah, right, doesn't really happen that often, unless you're me. But so we were like,
happens some.
I have no idea what she saw.
that hurts.
Oh,
that really, really does hurt. It's
You're taken. What do you want me to see?
That's very true. So anyway, so we've got so this girl says you're really pretty. She said I was really pretty. As a 16-year-old, I
so pretty.
I still took it at 16 years old. So we got each other's numbers and we started talking. Now the next day, I text her. I'm like, "Good morning. How's it going?" And she answers like, "Good." Now I'm out hanging out with my family, or more realistically, like playing video games, right? And so I don't text her for like 20 minutes or like 30 minutes, something like that. I come back to my phone and I've got about 15 or 17 text messages of like, "Hey, how's it going? It's good to see you. It was great to see you yesterday." And then but then it was like, "You haven't texted me back yet. Why haven't you texted me back yet?" And all this crazy stuff. And it was one of those, the girls that just they keep on, and I'm sure guys do that too, where they just keep on texting you and they just don't stop. Tell me what you think of that, because it was at that point that I was like, absolutely not. I can't do the girl that like freaks out after you can't, I guess talk to you for like 15.
She is way too clingy and crazy and not normal.
That's what I thought.
Most girls don't do that. Most girls I know, including me, do not do that.
Oh, she's advertising, guys. That's self-advertising right there.
Actually, personally, I don't answer text messages very fast.
See?
It might take me a few weeks.
Whoa.
Wow. She's a slow mover. Okay, so Van, that would be my like story of I thought she was pretty at first, and then the next day it was like just the completely other coin, And my dad actually has this rule that this is great advice that I've always gone by. There's a 2-month crazy period for every single person.
What?
So true. Oh my gosh.
Anybody
so
can
true.
act not crazy for 2 months. Like when you're going on dates and like you're just hanging out, anybody can act not crazy for the person that they think is cute. But as soon as 2 months hit, something happens, something triggers within somebody that they show their true personality. So never get too committed before 2 months. And I think we should tell Moody students that sometimes.
Yes.
Maybe.
Never propose marriage on the 6th week.
Yeah,
It's not the Sabbath
I've
for
seen
the
it.
relationships.
I've seen
What?
it. It happens.
Yes.
It might be the Sabbath. I mean,
and
it
I've
could
seen that happen too.
particularly.
Yeah. Well, I'd just like to give a shout out to some of our listeners right now. So we have Emily McGrath.
Oh.
Yes, she's a roommate, Rima.
My roommate,
Yes, and
yeah.
I actually
Oh.
work with I actually work with Emily at Donor Research
Maybe she-
Management.
you work with
Yeah.
Hey, maybe
Uh,
she has something to say about this whole moose thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emily, if you want to weigh in whether Rima should date Moose forever, you can let us know. I would also like to greet Misty Martin, who's currently listening right now. She's giving us a holler.
Hi,
And
Mr. Martin.
Elias Alvial.
Elias
Alvial, the
Guys-
Jew of the Jew and the Gentile.
Ladies, I do
So,
want to tell you that if anybody is looking for a man that can twerk like Miley Cyrus, Elias
Elias.
is your man. I've seen
Well-
him do it upside down on a door. It's impressive.
That was my. That was
do
me
you
taking
do
the
that?
video.
He really did.
But
TMI.
No, it's not, because you need to know what you're getting into with him. But he's fantastic. He is the best guy I've known. Anyway, so that's my.
I might be able to.
Wow.
I might be able to maybe one up him on that one. But just saying.
TMI.
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 TMI doesn't
Let's
exist.
go on a break.
Okay,
I'm getting
so
censored.
this is actually another tradition of the letter M. So we have like songs here. We usually do karaoke for
Praise
songs.
the
Excuse
Lord.
me?
Yeah, we
Karaoke.
I
are.
was not told that I have to sing.
Oh, I'm singing.
I mean you don't have to sing if you don't want to. But we're going to pull up the lyrics here, and you can feel free to sing with us
if
if you want to.
listeners to keep listening, you will not have me
It's
sing.
at the end of the show, so I mean,
Yeah,
it's, kinda,
it's at the
you know.
end
They
of
will
the
not
show,
return
so,
next week.
It's at the end of the show.
They
No,
will
they-
be deaf.
They've always returned at the end, at the end of every show. But since we have a show following us, I think it would be appropriate for us to get into like that pump. What do you call
Pump
that?
'em up.
Yeah, pumping up.
yeah.
Yeah, with like a breakup song. And I think that like Rolling in the Deep would be a great breakup song to
She's
I
rolling in
can't
the deep.
sing
sing
that.
to. Huh? You
My
can't sing
voice
that?
is high pitched.
Huh?
I have a high pitched voice.
Well, let's sing Let It Go, then.
Let's sing Let It Go.
Let it go. That's a great song.
Let it go. Oh, what did Adelina say? Okay, Adelina says that she's listening.
Oh no.
What did she? Where are you reading this stuff?
No, we're reading it from our Facebook page, which people are actually blowing up right now. So, again, if you would like to be involved in our
Like, literally,
conversation, yeah. So you can go to our Facebook page at the letter M.MCR or on our Twitter page with our Twitter handle, the letter M on MCR.
Amen.
So, well, we'll convince Rima to do karaoke with us. But while we're doing that, we are going to go on a music break
Oh,
with
praise
Bruno
the Lord.
Mars's Grenade, only here on the letter M. Okay, so we are back here at Breakup Night, and we've had a lot of people actually message us about Batman. That was like pretty heartbreaking actually.
It was.
For Batman. But thank you for calling.
Yes.
Again, if you would like to be involved in our conversation tonight, you can go to our Facebook page at the letter M.MCR or on our Twitter page at the letter M on MCR. So tonight, I think at this point we discussed like some of our breakup stories and all that. I think let's go to the part where we're actually breaking up with people. So with like your experiences of like breaking up with people, when that person said that it's over, what is the very first thing that you have in your mind when the person said like it's over or whatever its equivalent is? Like in your case, Rima, like you've never had that luxury.
No one ever told me it's over. Just she stopped talking to me.
Just stop talking. Yeah,
Just cut me off.
yeah, but like when that happened, when the relationship was like over, I guess, what was the first thing on your guys' mind? Somebody's sniffing already.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was mad.
You were
Actually,
mad.
I was mad.
I would be mad too.
Like
Okay.
after like a day, I was like, okay. 2 days, I was like, okay. But then like when over a week went by, I was like, dude, if I ever see this guy, I probably would have hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that's just plain rude. Like the least
Yeah.
you could do is just talk to me and say hey
Stupid
or
boys.
something or yeah, like it.
So you were
Tell me
mad
that-
at first,
Because he just flat out ignored me. He was just like, didn't answer any of my phone calls or
Yeah.
text messages or any way I was contacting him. I tried to talk to his like dad and aunt and the person that like got us together, and it's like nobody, like he just didn't answer, and I was like, dude,
Wow.
you're just plain rude. Like,
Wow.
glad I'm done with you, but still, that's rude.
Yeah.
As a side note, don't ever break up with someone like that. Don't just cut them off. Just tell them it's over. It's better to be honest with someone.
But
then.
see, like sometimes people have a hard time like saying the truth to people because
My
they're
brother even told me.
they're quote unquote afraid that they're going to hurt that person. But like, dude.
Oh, like him
Dude,
not
bruh.
saying anything wasn't hurting me?
yeah,
bro,
exactly. Thank you.
Dude, bro, man.
Yeah, dude, bro, man. Yeah.
Dude, bro, man.
So, what about you, Tim? When you broke up with, well, I guess with a lot of women.
I'm pretty sure it was mutual. They're probably really happy.
Oh,
These girls?
Oh.
man.
Man, you know my dad's listening to this right now. My grandparents. At least somebody loves
Sorry.
me. Somebody
Okay,
loves me out
so
there.
like, so like when you, so when you've broken up with, like you know, with some of these girls, like, what was the first thing on your mind?
I think the first thing in your mind every time is kind of like this "it's over" feeling. It kind of encapsulates you a little
Describe
bit.
the it's over feeling that you've had.
It's there's a lot of sense of it's almost like, okay, it happened, you know what I mean, and it's done. That's kind of what I felt at first, but I think like Rima here, I guess you kind of feel a wide range of emotions over a few days. It's not like you have one. You'll see one person one day being totally stoked on life and being like, I'm single, I'm free, and then the next day they'll be totally sad. And I think it just takes time.
Crying their
Yeah.
heart out.
Yeah, I think it just takes time. Now, I've never experienced this because I've always dumped the girls that I'm with.
Whoa!
So, no, just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I've totally experienced it, and it is the worst though. Yeah, it's pretty terrible. So, yeah, it's a wide range of emotions over a couple of days. Is I think that it's over feeling.
Or more sometimes.
Or more,
It's
yeah.
very true.
Like for me,
Depending on the
it's
length.
I'm on the on more category.
Yeah, and I mean on a different continent category apparently too. I mean, you move when people break up with you.
Hey,
Yeah.
technically, I moved too.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
I
did.
was
She
gonna
moved
say
to
this.
another continent.
That's
so,
amazing.
Yeah.
Actually, I went to 2 different continents. I was in Sweden for 6 months, and then I was like, you know what, that's not far enough. So then I went back to America.
Ooh, wow.
See,
Well,
it's hard, you know.
it's funny.
I
how
went to the
some
same youth group as my
distance-
ex-girlfriend for like a year and a half. It was
I didn't
great.
grow up in youth group, so I never had that problem.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the best and the worst.
Well, I mean, according to Disney, it's funny how some distance makes everything seem small. So, Frozen.
Or
trying to
helps
think
you
of the
forget
next-
about them.
Or helps you forget about them. So.
I'm trying to think of the next line. I was gonna sing
And
it
the
with you.
fears that once controlled me
Can't get to me at all.
Oh, dear.
Come on,
Disney
come
movie.
on.
It's
Let
time
it go.
to see. It's time to see what I can
Can
do
do
to test
the limits and
Oh,
break
boy.
through.
No right, no wrong,
Yeah.
no,
No
proof
guilt for me.
I'm free. I'm single again.
Let
Let it go. Let
Let
it
it
go. I am one with the wind
Nope,
and
that's a second-
sky.
that's a second
Let
verse.
it go. Let
Oh.
it go.
It's a second
You messed it up.
You'll never
Dude,
see
dude.
We're gonna
me cry.
Are you gonna keep singing the whole time?
No.
This is awesome.
Actually, it's like a breakup song.
I was
Yeah.
about ready to walk over and mute him. So
We're gonna do harmony.
Oh joy.
So, okay, what about you, Andrew? Like, when you've broken up with, you know, those relationships, like, what was the first thing in your mind?
well, first of all, though, I do want to give my grandma a shout out.
Okay.
Because she asked for a shout out.
Aw.
Yes. Speaking of shout outs, I would just like to give a shout out to Catherine Lorman. She's listening right now.
Catherine
and
Lorman.
she would like to tell Tim right now, Tim, you should have known from the start she was creepy.
It's very true.
Smiley face, sorry, bro.
Sorry, bro. That makes it all better,
Sorry,
Catherine,
bro.
when you say sorry, bro. Yeah, I should have, but I was 16, and who knows anything at 16, right? You know?
I knew everything.
He knew everything at 16. No, you guys need to know, and for dudes out there, Catherine Lorman may be one of the nicest people in the world, and you should go ask her out, too. I'm telling you guys, there's no
She
excuse.
was also 16. So.
She's fantastic. Well, she knew everything all the time. Catherine's perfect. She really
Yeah.
is. You should
Yeah.
meet Catherine. Have you met Catherine before?
Yeah,
No.
Catherine is
She's
the
the-
girl.
She's the fob lady.
She's the fob lady at the SDR, and man, she's like I remember one time I spilled my drink, and she started cleaning up for me and just like saying sorry. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know that she had wronged me in some way, you know.
Yeah.
So, but she's
That's
great.
really sweet.
Oh my gosh, is that Batman? Outside?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I'm like seeing things. Oh my gosh.
We
Okay.
we do weird stuff on the break.
Yeah. Well, Andrew. Oh, going back to Andrew. So,
Yeah.
Andrew. Yeah.
Actually, I think there's Spider-Man on campus.
Spider-Man on campus?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's why all
I've
of those
seen 'em
webs are around.
around. Yeah.
Like facilities having a field day of like just clearing out the webs. Yeah. Especially never mind. Okay, Andrew. Yeah. So how did you feel when you were first like breaking up with somebody?
I've I actually have only been the person to break up with somebody one time.
See?
I
It's
have
not
been
that
the break-up-E, or the person who got broke up on.
Okay.
Yeah. Every other time I've dated.
Why did
so
they
the
dump
other
you?
times.
You're cute.
I guess.
saying.
I guess it's because they got bad taste, or they just,
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe that's.
So, but what did you feel?
I remember the first time
Mm-hmm.
that I was broken up with. I didn't take it very well. I've always been a pretty emotional person.
Yeah.
So as everybody knows that knows me more than like a day. So.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Amen. Amen. Praise him. But anyhow, when she broke up with me, this was the first of many times I'd hear this, so like I didn't actually know what that meant. So like she told me, she's like, Andrew, I just want to tell you, like, I like you, and then like you're great, and you know what's coming up. You know what's coming up. You know
You're a great guy, but
you know that's always
but.
Those
I'm like,
3 letters hurt the most.
yeah, I'm
in a
like, everything you
relationship.
just said just is erased.
4 letters. I was very
I was being very appropriate, not
Moody math.
saying that to Mike. But anyway, all right.
But yeah, so when she told me that, I actually didn't know. Like, she goes like, "But I just want to be friends with you." So I was like, "Okay."
The
So I was
crushing
like,
blow right there.
I just like hung up on her and like I like sat.
she broke up with you over the phone?
That was how we talked in 5th grade. Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
So-
you don't have a car to drive to her house at that point.
Wait, you
Yeah.
can get like licenses and
At 5th
stuff?
grade?
Catherine says I'm in trouble for setting her up, by the way. Just thought I'd point that out.
Okay,
I'm in a
well,
lot of
that's
trouble.
okay.
You've been trying to set up. You're lucky she's the first one who got you in trouble.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. So
That's not
so
very
you felt
nice.
emotional. So what did you do when you were like emotional?
I just at that time it was in my basement, so like I hung up and just was like, oh, okay. Sat there, thought about it for a while, and I was like, okay, well that's fine. You know, we can be friends, and it was fine. I was good for like a half an hour, and then like I just all of a sudden it was like, okay, and then I just started crying like in the middle and on my couch, and then my mom comes down and is like, why are you crying? And it's like I don't want to talk about it, like so it was just a mess of a situation. So
Yeah.
that happens pretty much every
Yeah.
event that break up. It's I've gotten literally the exact same things on everyone but one time I've been broken up with. Like, you're a great guy, I like you, but I just want to be friends.
but.
Every single time
But.
it's been but I
But.
just want to be friends. So
As
That
a
hurts.
side note, that's a girl's cop-out way because she doesn't know how else to break up with you, so she just says, I want to be friends.
And she also says, but.
but yeah.
We're
But
5 years
that's-
old. That proves it right there. He just left.
Oh my gosh.
So that's just a girl copping out.
Yeah, I've figured that one out by, like the 8th time through. Kind of. I was like, oh, that.
All right, Andrew, I want to know, what is your worst breakup story? Because you've said 8. And
8.
that's a few, at least.
That's
So-
my that
That's more
one's
than a few.
yeah. That one's my most memorable because it was my first one.
Yeah.
But
sure.
okay, there was a girl that I liked, and my grandma knows this story, so I'm just gonna call her name because she's probably not listening. So
First big mistake of the show.
yeah, if you're listening, whatever.
He's sorry.
It's
I apologize
sorry.
for him.
Okay, but I liked the girl from 3rd grade through 6th grade, like nonstop, just like liked her. And then I went, except for the times that I went out with the other girl. And so in 6th grade, I finally got a chance to ask this girl out, and she was like dating like the most popular kid, and then like they broke up, and so like
Wait, you're not the most popular kid?
I was not, no. And so I asked out. Yeah, I took that video, by the way. I asked out her. The next day after she broke up with that guy, I had actually him break up with, or him ask her out for me. So when I was asking her out, yeah, it's a great video. When I asked her out, she said yes. So we were going out, and so we dated like twice after this. And the second time, like we like got into this big fight at one of my. This was during this was during October, so this is like this is like after we got back from trick or treating, we went and we were playing poker at her house, and so.
Hang on, how old were you when you were playing poker at her house?
13.
That is awesome. Dang, man.
I think it was around.
Were
13.
you betting sour gummy worms, or what's the pot?
No, like it was just like a group of like 10 of us.
Okay.
Probably for the Halloween candy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there's a lot of that stuff.
Yeah. Well, this wasn't like this is like the worst game of poker I remember ever playing because not only did I lose to her, but I got into a really big fight with her at that point. Like it was something over something that was irrelevant to the game or anything, but it was like I can't remember what we were fighting about. But it was like ugly, like it, and so like we were mad at each other. And then she knocked me out, and then I was like, okay, whatever.
She knocked you out?
She
like
beat me.
like okay.
She
I
beat
thought
me.
you meant she literally punched you so hard that she knocked you out.
She didn't.
That's awesome. You should have kept it that way. That would have been fantastic.
The next day, she told me in school that she didn't want to go out with me anymore. So I was like, oh, that really hurt because I liked her for so long.
Oh,
and
yeah.
like she was like, it was like, oh man, and I was actually almost engaged too before.
Oh.
So
was it in
almost
Sudan?
engaged.
Really?
yeah, I dated a girl for 19 months before.
Huh.
So we and like we were like really serious. Like that talk came up like all the time. So, like it was around this time of the year. It was probably 3 years ago, I think, 3 or 4 years ago. Can't remember.
Must be 4 years ago, I think.
I would no. It was my junior year of high school, so it'd be 3 years ago.
3 years.
Okay.
And I found out that because she was in college at this time and I was a junior, and like I'd found that like at some time
you were a junior in college or high school?
High school.
Okay.
And she was this was her first year in college, so like that whole year was kind of like hard with that. But like I found out like towards the end of the year, like she had cheated on me, and so
that sucks.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, that one didn't go over really well. That was actually the hardest to take because 19 months of a relationship is yeah. So I went through the next like 3 weeks and was like, oh, just like utter mess, like emotionally. It was just
sure.
That was again whenever I have like my best friends like come to my rescue. So that was a fun time.
Yeah.
Yes, it was Sarah.
Friends are great.
So.
It was Sarah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Well, I mean, Sarah and him are still like really good friends. Like, you know, I love Sarah's dogs, by the way.
You're betraying your friend.
Just her dogs?
No, Sarah's an
you like
amazing
your dogs?
person. No, Sarah's an amazing person.
Yeah.
When we were at home for spring break, she cooked us. I don't know what she called it, but it was really good. It was like pasta with like ground beef and all that. I forgot what she called it, but like that was like she was really good with it. So yeah. Well, Sarah, if you change your mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we have a question from Adelina.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, so I guess she's still listening.
We haven't scared
We've
her
got at
off
least
yet.
one.
we haven't scared her off. Okay, so and this is for the panel pretty much.
Oh.
So
All right.
how do you react to a lady who tells you she is interested in you but you're not? What do you say?
You mean for Tim? Because
I guess for guys
have
or
problems.
for
I
like
have problems.
Rima, it could. We live in a weird day, okay?
I have problems with that.
Okay.
If a girl told me she...
No. I guess for you it's going to be like, how do you react
If
to
a
a guy who tells you he's interested in you but you're not? So like if that happens to you guys, like how are you going to tell a person that, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not interested in you, and like that person's like totally into you?
I've got a girlfriend. It's the best excuse in the entire world.
I copped out and did that one time my senior year. I told somebody I had a girlfriend.
But did you
Well-
No, I didn't.
That's
I didn't have a
fantastic.
girlfriend.
See, that's how you do it right there.
Here's the thing with
Uh-huh.
me. Okay. I'm not wearing it now, but I normally wear fake wedding rings.
No, you don't.
I do.
That is not fair.
I totally do.
That's not fair.
You
at
should have
all,
brought
though.
your fake wedding rings
I
here.
forgot.
You're
I
like,
forgot.
it's going to be like a fake model who bought all of her Instagram followers.
That's like so ratchet. I think it's really ratchet.
Yeah.
I have a few that look like engagement rings that are like with a
Oh
red
my
and blue stone, but one like literally is like a mix of a wedding engagement ring with silver
That's
and
terrible.
diamonds and
Okay.
everything.
Do you know how much it takes for a guy to walk up to a girl and like just without a ring in her hand talk to her? That's harsh.
Okay.
Harsh, Rima.
I'm just
Okay.
trying to save his heart.
Hold on.
Oh.
Okay, as a side note, okay, where do you get these fake engagement rings and fake wedding rings for people who are interested in doing the same?
She gets them out of the 25
Don't.
cent dispenser.
No,
Girls,
these
girls.
weren't that cheap.
Girls,
These were really good-
don't do that. That's
yes,
not fair.
do it.
That is pretty mean.
That is really
I do mean things.
JC Penney, girls, JC Penney,
JCPenney,
or
okay.
anywhere that sells fake jewelry
Oh,
usually has a
God.
section
Okay.
that has really nice looking fake wedding rings.
Andrew, we should go to JCPenney tomorrow.
Oh
okay,
my
okay,
God.
so
I already have this one right here that people think if I put it
No,
on my,
I need
this
one.
Oh, you need
They're,
one.
needs
they're,
one?
they're feminine.
Is this a problem for you, Van? Are you always having girls come up to you?
Yeah.
I imagine. I mean,
I could
What?
like ward them off for you. Like I could be like, he has a girlfriend. Sorry.
yeah.
I'm always
Well,
telling people that.
I'm
so.
I'm just not ready for a relationship right now.
That's why I wear fake wedding rings. It's just easier.
It's just a lot easier.
Okay. So Adelina
So-
adds, assuming you don't have a girlfriend or boyfriend, like
Ah.
how are you going to
Adelina,
like
you copped me out.
how are you going to answer that question? So Rima, okay, so apart from putting on like fake wedding rings and fake engagement rings, like what else do you do?
Well, let's see. It depends on my relationship with the person prior.
Okay. Mhm.
So if it's someone that I barely know any well, I'd just be flat out blunt honest.
Yeah.
And just be like, I'm sorry, I don't feel the same way and I don't like you and I really don't want things to be awkward between us. So yeah. But if I was like really, really good friends with the person, I would still be honest, but I don't know. It would be really hard because I
So
don't want to lose
you're
the
going to be
friendship.
honest and then put on the fake rings. Yeah, Adelina Gilia also agrees. She has a nice ring.
She has a nice ring. Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Yeah, but everybody knows now that she's not. She's
You
single,
really
so.
did just give away your secret. You are not engaged, and when guys see you now, like this, when this Moon, is it, what was his name?
Moose.
Moose. When Moose
forever.
sees you, he's gonna be like, "Oh, I knew that was fake." You know what we guys should do? We should carry around one of those like diamond inspector things and just like grab girl's hand and look at it first.
Actually,
that'd be the
that
most
does- that
awkward thing
doesn't-
ever.
That doesn't even qualify because there's a lot of girls, like if they're on vacation or something, will wear fake wedding rings just so they don't lose the real one.
Oh,
so
really?
even if she's wearing
Aw.
fake, you don't know if it's truly
Oh my
fake
God.
or if it's like kind of fake or
Kind of fake.
or like someone else I knew who had to get a ring resized, so she was wearing a fake engagement ring until her actual ring got
Okay,
resized.
I feel it.
Yeah. Well,
Fends off the men.
what about you, Tim?
I think you gotta like on a serious note, I think you gotta recognize what kind of bravery it takes, to go over there. I guess this is from the other side of, like someone asking you. So I think you got to realize the kind of bravery that it takes. It does. I mean, I've done it. I'm sure everybody's kind of done it a little bit. But to let them off easy, but to let them off with certainty, I think what you said was right, Rima. You've got to tell them, like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm just not attracted, and I'm just going to have to say
Not
no.
interested.
Not interested. Yeah, and I mean, that's, and I don't think that you can cop out with, like, I'm just not ready for somebody, because that'll lead to the guy, like, just waiting for you forever. You just say, I just don't think that you and me would make a good fit. But I think on the other side of that, when, like, you're considering going up to somebody, like, dudes and ladies, I feel like, just go for it. You know what I mean? We're in college, we're at Moody. I think that if you really dig somebody and they're available, go for it. Because, I mean, in what is it, 3 years, 4 years at most, you're not going to see him ever again. You know what I mean? And so I say you should just go for it, even if it doesn't end well. With me and Megan, that's how it worked. I was just like, I remember I saw her. This is the craziest. It was the coolest thing. She'd been sick for about 2 months, kind of like off and on sick. So she hadn't been out and around a lot. And then she came out, like, I remember I met her in Holt and Lounge of all places.
Yeah.
She was having printer trouble. It was great. And I came
Those
over
printers.
to the rescue. And
Hang out the Toten to get a girlfriend.
Did you rig that printer?
I might have, but she doesn't know that yet.
She does now.
She
So
does now.
but I remember, I just thought about it. I was like, well, if this girl comes out into this social scene of Moody, someone's gonna ask her out. So I thought I'd do it first, and here we are a year later. So, dudes and ladies, if you like somebody, like, just go for it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and you move on to the next person. But hey, maybe you have a success story. So those would be my 2 cents. I think about that whole subject. You know,
Hey,
Wow,
the worst they're gonna
interesting.
do is say no. But if you never ask, you'll always regret the
You
fact
really will.
that. Hey, what if they actually said yes?
yeah, and they might. Like
That's-
Megan is. If you guys ever see us together, she's so far out of my league, it's ridiculous. Like there should have been no reason she said yes, but turns out it worked. So I mean, there is that off chance that it works. You know. So, and Andrew's smiling kind of mischievously right now. So I want to know what he's.
I wonder what he's
thinking.
planning.
Well,
She might say no.
Andrew. Yeah. Okay. If there's
Nope,
somebody
she
who's
won't. Not to me.
okay,
She will.
Okay, this is like a personal thing. This is actually something that we fought about like numerous times and stuff. So Andrew,
We've thought or fought.
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 Both.
Okay.
Yeah. There were times where we weren't even like speaking to each other actually because of this question actually. So, Andrew, what's your advice on this question?
To be as vague as possible.
see, that's
You're
why
not
we
allowed to
fought.
be vague.
That's why we
Vague is not
fought about
allowed.
this a lot of times. It's like it's crazy.
Yeah, I go with their answer, but when it comes down to me actually saying it, I'm always very vague, so I make that mistake all the time. So
Yeah.
I am. It's just
Yeah.
something.
And
but
I set him straight with that. That's why even though. Oh yeah.
That was real, guys. That was a real fart. I just want to put that out there.
No, it wasn't. It,
It was
a-
disgusting.
No. Dude, I'm a girl.
Trying to give the viewer something to
No.
laugh about.
I'm, sure
I'm
they're
trying
probably
not to make
already
them
laughing.
barf.
That's a good point. All right, keep going. Andrew.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. I did have, however, some very high moments in my saying no to them in a good way. In my senior
Yeah.
in my senior year.
Okay.
I had a girl came up to me and like she would like talk to me all the time. She would like come up to me, like she would be sitting at another nearby table, and then she'd come up to me and be like, "Hey, you know, how's it?" And just like talk to me. Like I could tell it's like obvious you like me. So like because like I've never seen
Yeah.
you in my life, and you know you're.
And now she comes up and all that.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
but I mean, it is like there's like 700 of us like in the high school, like total high school, all 4 grades, and so
yeah.
everybody knew everybody. But like I'd never spoke to her before, so like obviously, but like her and her friends came up to me like one day and was like, "Hey, do you want to go out?" I was like, no.
Oh my
I'm
God.
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but I can't. I just don't think that we would, you know, work well, and it was really hard to like find the right words because like she was really nice and like I could tell that like but I just wasn't very into her, and at that point I just didn't want to date. So
Yeah.
you know, after a year and a 19-month long relationship and you know how it ended, just you know didn't want to date for a while. So
Yeah.
but yeah, like it was like it's always been hard for me to say no. So
Sure.
it's hard for me to say no in any circumstance. So
Yeah. From personal experience, I can agree with that. Yeah. For me, I think for me, it depends on what kind of effort that other person is putting on. For me. So, like, for example, if this girl is, like, hardcore, like, you know, oh, yeah, I just want to bask in your glory and stuff like that, then, you know, we do need to have a talk. But if it's, like, you know, if it's, like, a kind of girl wherein, like, oh, this girl just, like, basically, like, smiles at you whenever you're there, calls you by name, which is kind of weird because, like, I have a lot of names, so... you know.
this is true. Everybody laughs because it's true.
So it's kind of weird, like, you know, when somebody actually calls me by my real name, it's like, oh, wow, you know, we're close. Yeah.
Wait, so
but,
do
like,
people actually know what your real name is? Because I never do. I call you by all 3 or 4 or whatever.
yeah, well,
your
people
name is.
usually don't know what my real name is, so...
I wonder why. You have 3 Facebook pages.
So would you say that you enjoy being hunted by
I
women?
enjoy being hunted. Like,
Do you enjoy being hunted?
I am not gonna date a woman who's not going to like ask me out on a date because, girl, come on, I want to see how much investment you want to put in me first before I show you my cards.
Usually
You show
that's
my
the
cards
girls
and I
thinking.
show you mine. Yeah,
Whoa,
no, but
whoa,
like
whoa,
okay,
whoa.
huh?
I would
What?
never ask a guy out.
So I have a question for you. You know, you said like you want them to bask in your glory. Is that part of your dating philosophy? Like
No,
the
no,
girl
no.
needs to bask?
No, this is the thing. When a girl does that, like for example, like talks to me all the time,
Yeah.
and stuff, and like getting really touchy and all that, like
Touchy?
Yes.
Wow.
Ooh.
Who are you talking to?
Me. He's talking to me especially.
That's a time when I'm like, okay, if I'm not like attracted to this girl, and I can really see like there is no relationship whatsoever in the future, because like sometimes you can just sense that. Like that would be like the time when I'm like, I understand that like you're probably like attracted to me. Of course I'm going to verify it first. Like, do you like me? Because like it would be like a totally boastful part on my part if I'm like, girl, you're digging me, and like she's like, no, I'm not. And like, oh, okay, yeah. So like, of course I'm going to verify it first, and then I'm just going to tell her, yeah, I am. I actually don't see this relationship progressing. Let's just stay friends. I don't like to hurt you, and I don't like to make you. I don't like basically to make you expect that there's going to be something that's happening. Now, if it's a girl who's just like smiling a lot, like making like little advances and stuff, then I would kind of like feel the situation. If she becomes more aggressive with it, then that's when we're going to be having a talk. There's actually a girl on my therapy. Yes, I do go to therapy. So there's a girl on my therapy who's doing,
in a good way.
I was gonna say, I was like, that sounds not very nice.
No. I have no problem with therapy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyway.
dead serious right
so
now.
like there's this girl, and like she's making like this little advances, and like the way that she smiles at me, it's like it's. Yeah, oh yeah, she's kind of okay with it. She calls me by my real name, because I mean in therapy you have to give your real name, right? So. I mean, that's just like part of like owning your problems, I am Nico, and this is my problem, kind of thing.
Ooh, now
so
I know your real name.
yeah. So with that girl, like since she isn't becoming like really really aggressive with it, like I'm like, oh okay, yeah. So she's just probably nice. Like I don't really know, and I don't want to broach the subject. But if she becomes more aggressive, I'm going to be like, yeah, I don't think we're going to work because we have the same issues, pretty much. That's one thing I've learned from like movie stars. You never date somebody who's in therapy with you.
And don't date a movie star.
Yeah,
That helps.
And don't date the movie star. Yeah, pretty much.
Or date anyone that you work with.
Yeah, or don't date anyone to work with. But there are some office relationships.
No, I don't agree with that.
What about Jim and Pam? They worked out.
Jim and Pam, yeah, they worked out.
Yeah.
Is that from The Office?
That's from The Office.
Yeah.
You're taking your advice from The Office?
Absolutely. Yeah. Dwight and
That
Angela, they ended up working
explains
out in the
so
end.
much. That explains so much.
Michael Scott met his wife at The Office, man.
So much.
So much.
So much.
I'm just saying.
So much. Yeah, so thank you very much, Adelina, for that for
Yeah.
that question. Yeah, oh my gosh, it's like 9:30 already. So, oh my gosh.
It's been a long hour and a half for me.
I guess. Oh my
I
gosh.
think she secretly is like
This is like, okay, so who is
Hey,
the
I
next?
haven't walked out yet.
Okay, so the show that follows us is the Ed Rock Show. Do you think we should just let?
Ooh.
Do you think we should just let?
He's cool. Y'all should listen to him.
Yeah, do you think we should just like let Jacob Pelling come in here and like we'll just extend like breakup night up until like the Ed Rock Show? He goes up until 11.
He has a cool show, though. We
Ha-
shouldn't take over his show.
Oh, we shouldn't let him in. We should just keep going.
Yeah, we should
No,
just
the
keep
door's
going,
locked.
He has a
So-
fob. He has fob
Yeah.
access, unlike you.
That's a bummer.
Because he's actually approved to be in here.
I thought it was foolproof, personally.
No, it's just Tim proof.
Are they ever going to let me in
Yeah.
again, do you think?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No.
He's going to let me in again.
I'm going to put in a recommendation
Okay.
for them to never
Well-
let you in.
They'll sneak me up. It'll be all right.
Well, I mean, we still have
yeah.
like we still have about like 15 to 20 minutes of talk. So if you, it
15.
is not yet too late for you guys to join on our conversation. So you can go to our Facebook page at the letter m.mcr, or on our Twitter page at the letter m on mcr, or you can call our phone line. So Andrew, what's our phone line?
I lost it. No, I'm just kidding. I just got to do something like weird after every time you ask me that. The number is 312-329-4477. Or if you want to call my number for a date, it's
Yikes.
721.
gosh.
Oh, no, hang on. I got this.
773-6.
Oh, wow, she knows it off by heart.
Oh, hold on. There's
wow.
drama going on.
StalkerNet.
Wow.
StalkerNet.
jeez.
Oh my gosh.
Wha-
Yeah. Oh, by the way,
Wow, this is
This
good.
is another dating advice. If you are getting your information from StalkerNet, don't be so stalkerish about it. Like, for example, hey, yeah, so for your birthday, can we get you like
Wait,
this?
birthdays are on there?
Huh?
birthdays are on there?
or something like that, or like phone number or something. Like for example, you're out with this girl that you like, and you actually secretly know her number on StalkerNet. If you guys are together and somebody ask her for her number, and then you volunteer yourself
Nope.
to give that number, don't seem so stalkerish when you use StalkerNet. That usually breaks relationships, leads to breakup, and then now we're here.
I'm
or
just
actually,
station.
I've had numbers on my phone because of Facebook, and I'm like, I don't know how I got this person number, but I still end up texting them and like prank texting them.
Oh my gosh!
It's their fault for putting their number on
Thank
Facebook.
you. Yeah.
My
So
fault.
I would like to say that if anybody actually does want to call Andrew Shroyer for a date, his number is 724-208-7085. Again, that's 724-208-7085.
This-
This is totally legit, by
I feel
the
like
way.
it's like
I
an
see his phone.
it's an infomercial at this point, so
she,
like
somebody's
1 hour,
writing
get two
down my
free.
number right now.
oh my
Not
gosh.
me.
yes, she
My
is.
phone's black.
She,
It's
yes,
off.
it is.
It's
The
dead.
color of it is black. Yeah.
Actually, no. The
col-
back is colorful, but the
The
screen,
front of
screen
it
is
is
black,
black.
which means it's turned off, which means nobody's.
That's bad news there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Never
she might not be
Well,
taking the bait, man.
Never
I'm sorry.
trust
I tried.
technology.
I
or
really did
whatever it
try.
says.
Nope, gotta work
Yeah.
harder than that.
Okay, so I guess for our last question for tonight, okay, so you've broken up with somebody already.
Mm-hmm.
You were hurt. You've thought about some things. How do you move on from a breakup? From a godly perspective, a biblical perspective, how do you move on? Or what are the things that you do to move on from a breakup? Oh my gosh, they all got quiet.
I've got good
Did you
stories.
all like move on from the breakup or no?
Oh no!
Well-
Oh
no.
my god.
Well, I haven't. I just,
Fallbacks are great.
That's me.
I'm
go to
just-
your previous relationship.
I'm
and
just
say, You
kidding.
know what?
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
On a serious note, for
Okay.
me, it's hard for me to give advice about this because when I stopped hearing back from that guy, I just cut him off. Like, I didn't go through what most people go through in terms of like.
Did you
pa-
burn all of his pictures and unfriended him on Facebook?
We
Like
weren't-
what did you
this
do
was
to cut him off?
Facebook, honey.
Yeah.
This was when people actually talked face to face.
Okay, so how did you like cut him off at that time?
Like it was more like emotionally cutting him off.
Okay.
Like, yeah, physically I was going to another country, but emotionally, like I didn't allow myself to think about him. I didn't cry about him. I was just like, you know what? I just, like how some people can just
Yeah.
quit
Just
cold
snap,
turkey.
snap,
yeah.
snap.
Yeah.
I'm moving on. Or
Yeah,
something.
some people can quit cold turkey, and I was just like, you know what? You're not worth my emotional time, so I just kind of,
Did you sing at all?
I don't sing.
No, did you listen to breakup songs,
No.
watch breakup
yeah.
movies and all that?
No.
You just
I just cut him off. I was like, I'm done. Okay, if you don't want to talk to me, then I don't
Wow.
want to talk to you.
you go girl.
Yeah, that's.
Well, just-
I'm
I
glad that
moved-
you can do
Go
that.
girl.
I-
Yeah.
I moved on with my life. I was like, Psh.
Yeah, I can't do
done.
that.
She's
I
done.
can't do that. Oh my gosh. What about you, Tim? How did you move on from your previous breakups?
I punched walls a lot
I like your solution.
and
I can-
lifted weights and stuff. Isn't that what guys are supposed to do?
Yeah.
In these situations, don't you? Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I was not.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's time. I think time is the biggest thing, and listening to breakup songs really helps. And yeah, I mean, it's just. Sorry, guys, stuff's weird has happened in the studio. Anyway, yeah, I think it really is just time for me.
Time,
Was getting over it. You just kind of got to get past it, and maybe go punch some walls if you're a dude. It helps. It really
yeah,
does.
it's like
Don't
it
punch
releases,
walls because you will
anger.
hurt yourself.
Am I allowed to give a
Try-
shout out real quick?
Oh, yeah,
is
sure,
that
sure,
okay?
yeah,
I'm
sure.
sorry.
Yeah.
Real quick. My little brother Jonathan is the king of breakups. Can I tell you a story real quick about him?
Sure, yeah.
Go ahead.
So Jonathan is he's 16 right now. He's a fantastic kid. He's one of my favorite people in the whole world, and this is why. Because one time he called me. I was here at Moody, and he called me and he said, "Well, Tim, you know that girl that I've been hanging out with." Now this was like a junior high relationship kind of thing, and so I was like, "Yeah, a little bit like." They'd hung out at school or whatever. Well, they went to different high schools, which for middle schoolers, going into high school, which have no, they've got no car or anything, that's death for it. So he kind of stopped talking to her, right? So she texts him and says, "Jonathan, why don't you talk to me anymore?" And he goes, I'm sorry, I've just kind of forgotten. And this is what she says. You guys are going to love
my
this. And
gosh.
you've got to tell me how this feels from a girl's perspective, all right? She goes, "I thought you thought that I was pretty." All right. So here's what Jonathan says. As I'm on the phone, I'm listening to this. I almost fell on the floor. I was laughing so hard. He goes, he texted her back and said, "Well, I'm sorry. there are just other prettier girls here at my high school right now. and then he gets gets mad because she posts on Facebook like, "Why are boys so stupid?" and tags it with his name. And
he deserved that.
I know.
He totally deserved that.
Well, be nice. He's listening right now.
That's okay. He needs to know the truth. You don't do that to a girl.
Oh, see?
Doesn't matter
Sorry,
how
Jonathan.
you feel. You don't say that to a girl.
Broke her heart.
Yes, you did.
What if she was crazy?
No, you broke her self-esteem. She's
true.
a high schooler. Now she's going to be self-conscious about the fact of how she looks to other people.
Wow.
She's
So,
a
Jonathan,
high schooler.
I'm-
That's
Oh my God.
horrible.
Thanks for listening in, Jonathan. So now you get some advice. But that's my little brother. He's the king of breakups at this point. I mean, he was 13,
Wow.
or 14, something like that.
Junior
So
high school, that is mean.
that's hard. It's hard, you know? I defend my brother. I defend him.
Oh,
Good job,
But I will
Jonathan.
defend
You do it again.
womankind. No, you don't.
Do it again.
Defend womankind.
All right.
And
Sure.
lucky she wasn't there. She would have slapped you.
Jonathan, it would have been worth it. All right. Sure, you go
Don't
for it,
listen
man.
to your brother, Jonathan.
Andrew. Yeah.
Well, I have some really healthy ways of dealing with breakups and heartbreaks. No, seriously, I don't.
Ice cream?
Ice cream, yeah. Or
Chocolate?
Twilight.
chocolate. Twilight is a very good, very good. And
Not sure Twilight is anywhere near a healthy relationship.
Don't you start this.
Nope.
I'll fight for it.
Nope.
You
Nope.
want to fight for it, you fight for it.
3-on-1 here. We got
Are y'all Twilight fans?
Yes.
That explains so much.
You're in the
Yes.
coven.
We're so okay, anyhow. But
Uh-huh.
one thing that I do tend to do is I like to, if at all possible, and I can't do this here, unfortunately, at campus, but when I'm back at home and there's a breakup, I just kind of like take to myself and like to get away. Like I'll take trips to you'll know the places like Ohio Powell, and just like sit
Yes.
and like enjoy the views and stuff. So like we'll just do that, or sit on my rooftop and because I can get up on my roof and
Ooh.
or the rooftop of my
Can you
garage.
guys see the stars? Can you see
I
the
can,
stars?
yeah. It's
That's something we don't see here in Chicago.
Yeah,
Helicopters.
it's out.
We've got one or two all the time.
It's
Stars,
out.
not helicopters. No one
Yeah.
sees no helicopters.
These stars move. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's not a star.
Alright, so you do those things and then
I do like to do that. I have some very unhealthy ones I'm not going to talk about, but
yeah.
that was one I normally do. But the second time is just cry my heart out. I just let it all out. I find the saddest songs, at least for the first day, I find the saddest songs and the saddest movies I can watch. I watch Marley and Me, or like
my
I
God.
listen to.
I've never seen that, by the way.
Oh no, don't watch it.
The
Or
dog
unless you're
dies.
gonna watch it with me, maybe I don't. But
I'm
yeah,
not sure how to take that right now.
Oh my gosh! Don't take it like anything.
don't
Alright.
take it like anything.
Yeah.
All right.
But anyhow, like, watch the saddest thing, because they actually make me help me to feel better, or help me to know that like, yeah, I'm not alone in this suffering. So, yeah, those are my main areas of
Yeah.
go to.
For me, I take it day by day. Because like I'm not the kind of person wherein like, oh yeah, every day. Because like for me, there'd be like days wherein like, oh yeah, I'm totally over it, and then there are like days where I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck? And like so, so I do it day by day. So when I'm like in those days where I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. So that's when I pray a lot. Like I pray that God is going to take away the anger, the bitterness, and the resentment in my heart, because like after all, I love that person. Like, you know, with all the crap that's been piled on a relationship, there's still a relationship underneath that, and like as much as possible, I'd like the relationship to be restored. I mean, probably not to that kind of romantic level, but at least, you know, to like a level wherein like when we see each other, we're not like, I'm gonna kill you or something like that. So yeah.
That was slightly very creepy.
Oh my gosh. So I pray about it, and this is like for real. And you know, with my previous one, like it took me like 2 months to get over it. I'm not the kind of person who's like, you know, Like, oh yeah, I can just like emotionally shut it off or anything. Like I can hide it,
Like
but
me.
like I cannot emotionally shut off something because like when I'm in a relationship, I get really emotionally attached. So
Not me.
yeah, right.
Me neither.
Am I
Yeah.
the only one that can shut off my emotions in this room?
Yep.
And you're the only girl in this
Yep.
room. How's that feel? Take that, stereotypes.
Yeah.
I break all stereotypes.
Sometimes I just need a good cry, okay?
So do I. So
Yeah.
do I break all
And
stereotypes.
and there are like times where like I would just like go on a drive and like cry.
drives are nice. I love drives.
Yes, like drive through like Lakeshore Drive
Oh.
or like sometimes like 600
No, you
miles
need, you
away
need to drive
or
somewhere
something.
where
Wow.
it's woody or like.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to
forest.
drive somewhere where
See,
it's,
the thing is, like,
you know.
I've watched so many scary movies. I am afraid to like drive into like a woody area.
What do you mean?
There might be
in the
like a
middle of
serial.
nowhere, honey.
Who-
There might be like a serial killer out there.
You're
Who
in Chicago.
watches scary movies?
Yeah.
Who watches? You
Yeah.
watch scary movies? I didn't know that. It's cool.
Yeah, and then this is like another like okay, this is from like my Broadway musical like theater roots because I used to be an actor. I would get
It's great
Like-
movies, by the way. You should check them out.
yeah, I would get like songs where like I can just like belt it out and sing it. And I would like imagine myself being filmed for like this big like showstopper scene in the movie. Just sing it. And like, I'm like crying at that point and like, might as well take advantage of it and like turn it into something artistic. So I'd sing to like Defying Gravity. Yeah, I know, so gay, right? Defying Gravity, Don't Rain on My Parade. I sing to Luke Bryan. Every
Ooh.
time I see you, yeah.
I like his voice.
So which is your most like diva of those songs?
Huh?
What's the most...
Don't Rain on My Parade.
Okay, so you've got Don't Rain on My Parade.
Yeah.
Do you know that song memorized?
Huh? I got it memorized.
Okay, cool. So here's the deal, audience. Something that we do on my floor is we play this game called What Are the Odds?
Oh my
and,
god!
What Are the Odds? And he has to do it because he's on the...
Oh my god!
He has to do it because he's on the radio. Now, What Are the Odds is a game, and here's what it is. What we're gonna do is
Oh my
Countdown.
I'm gonna say what are the odds that you stand up in the SGR tomorrow and sing just like you can sing for 15 seconds, but I have it on a timer,
Oh my god!
and then we're both gonna count down. And it's going to be 3, 2, 1, and we're going to say a number at the same time. And if it's the same number, he has to do it. All right? And I'm not going to let you go anywhere over
Man
1 and
honor,
5.
he has to do it.
All right?
Oh my
So, Van, what are the odds that tomorrow you get up in the SDR at, say, about noon, or whenever you have, when do you go to lunch?
I'm probably not gonna go to lunch.
When do you go to dinner?
Dinner.
Huh?
When do you
I'm
go
not
to,
gonna go
when do you
to
go to
dinner.
lunch the next day?
You have to eat sometime
You're doing
this
this.
week.
You're doing
You
this.
have to eat sometime this week.
I'm gonna subsist on Taco Bell this week.
No, you're not. You're going to do this. Come on. This is
Well,
for the audience.
For lunch,
And then you can...
for lunch usually I go at like 12:30, and
Okay.
then I have a hermeneutics class at 1 o'clock.
Okay, so 12. So we're gonna do 12:40 tomorrow. Tomorrow at 12:40. What are the odds you stand up on the table and sing for 10 good seconds? Belt it like there's all these cameras looking at you. Give me it. Ready? All right. So 1 and 5. Yeah.
1 and 5.
1 and
Okay.
5. Ready?
Okay.
I'll count down.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
4.
Yeah, he does it. All right. So,
All right, audience.
everybody,
B.
audience, tomorrow at 12:40 in the SDR, Van is going to stand up on a table and sing this song for 10 seconds. Now, this is on his honor.
Oh my god.
And he's going to stand up and he's going to promote the letter M. Now, if you're not there at 12:40 tomorrow, I'm going to
We will
kick you,
find you.
and I'm going to kick you in a place where it hurts. I'm telling you. I expect this. Now, tomorrow,
Okay,
12:40. Audience?
Okay, I'm professional, so I can do this.
All right, 12:40 tomorrow in the SDR. I'm very
Oh
excited.
my gosh, Rima and Adelina are going to finally eat at the SER.
I
for
always
this.
in the
Finally.
SDR. Thank you very much.
What about Adelina?
Yeah,
You're gonna
she's
be-
always sitting there.
You're gonna be
She's
the
always-
most watched
she's,
show.
Like, right behind us.
He's stalking me. See.
You're gonna be the most listened to show in MCR because then you're
Oh
just
my
gonna say
gosh.
listen to the
Fine.
letter M on Monday nights from 8 to 10, and there you go. You've got more viewers. I'm telling you, it's
Automatically.
You sure public safety isn't going to come into
Public
play?
No, they won't.
They don't
People
care.
do.
People do stuff all the time.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Okay,
You're-
I'll take this challenge.
Fan
You have to.
freaking-tastic.
You already
All right.
lost.
So, all right, so I'm very happy.
Oh
is
my
great.
gosh. Well, we are out of time, but we would like to thank you guys. Oh my gosh, this has been like our best breakup night episode ever. So thank you very much, Rima and Tim, for joining us.
Thank you guys.
Yes.
was fun.
Ooh. Okay. And we also have her selfie. I don't know. Adelina hasn't posted her selfie. I think her homework is more important than us.
Oh,
Adelina, you need to post our selfie.
hurtful.
Yeah. So next week we are actually going to be. I think we're doing Son of God next week, right?
Yes.
I thought
Son
you
of
said
God,
Noah.
like and like Noah. Because I know we're watching Noah on Sunday. We have a ticket that we got from Groupon for this dinner theater or something.
Dinner.
So not
Dinner.
dinner. Dinner. Yeah. So we're doing Son of God next week. I know this movie has been like kind of polarizing. Like
Yep.
there's like a lot of Christians who are like, oh my gosh, I like it, and then there's like people who are like, oh, this is like Jim
was
Jesus
dumb.
pretty much. Like, why is Jesus always buff in movies or something?
Or white.
Or white? Yeah.
He ain't white. He's Arab. He's
He
Jew.
ain't white.
He's
And
Middle
that boy ain't
Eastern.
white. What's he doing?
Yeah, so we're going to be addressing those.
Damn.
Yeah, and we would like to thank our listeners and the people who have responded to our Facebook page.
Thank you. And thank you, Batman.
Twitter. And Batman, thank you.
Moose Moose
Thank you.
forever.
And Moose Moose Forever.
I
Yes.
need
Moose
to know who you
Moose.
are before I can make a solid decision.
Moose Moose and Rima forever. That's going to be on a
Yeah,
t-shirt
Moose
tomorrow.
Moose and Rima Forever.
I'm so
Oh my gosh.
good stuff.
I don't say yes if I don't know who you are.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Moose Moose Forever.
I'm just gonna
Show
probably
yourself.
assume that Moose will probably be wearing that shirt tomorrow. So
Moose Moose and Rima forever.
All right,
I'm
but-
excited about it.
I need
Yes.
to see.
So join us again next week, only here on the letter M. So to close out Breakup Night, we would just like to dedicate this song to Adelina. Yes. Yeah, Adelina said we need to finish. So
Adelina, we need you to be just friends.
yeah. So Adelina has requested this song actually
Oh.
to be played tonight.
Oh.
So this is James Arthur. So I think James Arthur is a contestant on The Voice, and he covered the song Impossible. So here is James Arthur's Impossible. This is pretty much dedicated to Adelina, and yes, this has been Breakup Night, only here on the letter M.